Hello friends, welcome to our story podcast. Let's begin the story. The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. The Psychology of Money is one of the most practical and realistic books about personal finance and investing. Unlike traditional finance books that focus heavily on formulas, stock analysis, or technical investing strategies, this book focuses on something much more important: human behavior. Morgan Housel explains that people usually fail with money not because they lack intelligence, but because emotions, habits, ego, fear, impatience, and social pressure influence their decisions. According to the author, financial success is less about mastering complex calculations and more about mastering your own behavior. The book repeatedly emphasizes that smart people can make terrible financial decisions, while ordinary people with patience and discipline can slowly become wealthy over time. Wealth building is not about showing off status. It is about creating freedom, security, and peace of mind. 1. Wealth versus rich. Understanding the difference. One of the most important ideas in the book is the difference between being rich and being wealthy. Many people think these two words mean the same thing, but the author explains they are completely different. Rich means having a high income or expensive possessions. Wealth means owning assets and savings that continue to grow quietly over time. A person may earn 5 lakh rupees per month, drive a luxury car, wear branded clothes, and take expensive vacations. Society may consider this person successful. However, if that person spends almost everything they earn and survives on loans and EMIs, they may actually have very little wealth. On the other hand, someone earning 80,000 rupees per month may save consistently, invest every month, avoid unnecessary expenses, live below their means. This second person may not look impressive externally, but after 20 years, they may become financially independent. The book explains that wealth is often invisible. You cannot always see someone's investments, savings, or financial security. What people usually display publicly is spending, not wealth. The main lesson is simple. Visible spending may impress people temporarily, but invisible savings create long-term freedom. 2. The incredible power of compounding. Another major lesson in the book is the importance of compounding. Compounding means that your money earns returns, and then those returns also begin earning returns. Over long periods of time, this creates massive growth. For example, if someone invests 10,000 rupees every month at a 12% annual return for 30 years, the final amount can become extremely large. This happens not because of brilliance, but because of consistency and time. Morgan Housel explains that compounding works like a snowball rolling downhill. At first, growth seems slow, but over time, the growth becomes enormous. The problem is that most people are too impatient to benefit from compounding. They want quick profits, chase trends, panic during market crashes, stop investing too early. The author gives the example of Warren Buffett. Buffett became one of the richest investors in history not only because he was skilled, but because he started investing very young and continued for decades. Time was his biggest advantage. This chapter teaches that long-term consistency is more powerful than short-term brilliance. 3. Emotions often destroy financial decisions. The book explains that money decisions are rarely logical. Most financial mistakes happen because of emotions. People often buy investments when markets are rising, feel excited during booms, sell investments during crashes because of fear. This emotional cycle causes many people to lose money. For example, during a stock market crash, many investors panic and sell their investments because they fear losing everything. Later, markets recover, but those investors miss the recovery because they already exited. Successful investors understand that temporary losses are normal. They stay calm, continue investing, and focus on long-term growth instead of short-term fear. The author believes emotional control is one of the most valuable financial skills. 4. Saving money creates freedom. Most people think savings are only for emergencies. But the book argues that savings provide something even more valuable: freedom. Savings allow people to Leave toxic jobs, handle unexpected situations, take career risks, start businesses, reduce stress. Imagine two employees. Employee A. Life's paycheck to paycheck, has large loans and MS depends completely on monthly salary. Employee B. Has savings for 2 years, has little or no debt, invests regularly. If both employees dislike their jobs, Employee B has choices and flexibility. Employee A feels trapped. Money is powerful because it gives control over your decisions and your time. The author repeatedly says that financial freedom is more valuable than luxury possessions. 5. Luck and risk play bigger roles than we think. Morgan Housel explains that people often underestimate the role of luck in success and underestimate the role of risk in failure. Two people may follow similar strategies. One succeeds because market conditions are favorable, another fails because of bad timing or economic recession. This does not mean skill is unimportant. It means outcomes are never fully controllable. The lesson is important because people often become overconfident after success. They assume every success happened only because of intelligence. Similarly, people judge failures too harshly without understanding external factors. The book teaches humility. Learn from successful people but do not blindly copy them. Avoid arrogance during success, avoid hopelessness during failure. 6. Knowing what is enough. One of the most powerful lessons in the book is the idea of enough. Many wealthy people continue taking extreme risks because they always want more money, more status, and more success. This endless greed can destroy happiness and wealth. The author explains that some people already have enough money to live comfortably for life, but still risk everything chasing additional wealth. Sometimes they lose everything. The lesson is that understanding what is enough protects both happiness and financial security. Contentment is a financial skill. 7. Lifestyle inflation keeps people trapped. Lifestyle inflation happens when income rises but expenses rise equally. For example, a person's salary increases from 50,000 rupees to 1,50,000 rupees. Instead of investing more, they buy a bigger house, upgrade their car, spend more on luxury items, increase monthly expenses. As a result, even after earning 3 times more, they still have little savings. The book suggests a better approach. Increase investments first, build emergency funds, create passive income, avoid unnecessary upgrades. Growing income is important, but controlling lifestyle inflation is even more important. 8. Financial independence is the ultimate goal. According to the author, the greatest benefit of money is independence. Financial independence means having control over your time and choices. A financially independent person can refuse unhealthy work environments, spend more time with family, travel freely, work on passion projects, live with less stress. This freedom is often more valuable than luxury possessions or social status. The author believes that money should be used to improve life quality, not just display success to others. 9. Long-term thinking beats intelligence. The book strongly supports long-term thinking. Many investors constantly trade stocks, chase trends, and try to predict markets. However, emotional decision-making usually reduces returns. Meanwhile, a simple investor who invests monthly, stays patient, uses index funds, ignores short-term noise, may outperform many highly active investors over 20 or 30 years. Patience is often more profitable than intelligence. 10 simple habits create real wealth. The final message of the book is that complicated financial systems are unnecessary for most people. Simple habits work. Spend less than you earn, save consistently, avoid unnecessary debt. Invest regularly. Stay patient. Think long-term. The book teaches that financial success is less about high IQ or advanced investing knowledge and more about discipline, consistency, emotional control, and behavior. That is why ordinary people with simple habits often become wealthier than highly intelligent people with poor financial behavior.